He's my main man. My main man, Marty Small. My main man, Marty Small. He's Marty Small. He's my main man. I'm just practicing my voices. Yeah. Yeah, even though the press of Atlantic City is on its last legs, yeah, we've been talking about that for a while. Hey, everybody, it's AC Prime Time. The podcast, the webcast. Waiting patiently for Brother Steve. Or my main man, Double C. I call him C-Dog. Yes, C-Dog. Double C, you know what I'm talking about, right? Craig Calloway. Could you imagine being in an elevator, stuck in an elevator with me, C-Dog, or Double C, Craig Calloway, Brother Steve Young, and then for a little added spice, you put Seth Grossman in there. And we all have to take drinks. We have to shoot, do shots and smoke a little hooch or yayo or whatever it's called. Yeah. So I'm just practicing here. And I think I want to give some props because Breaking AC and Linda Cohen, it's knocking it out of the park. This is what journalism is asking questions. These smartphones, gizmo right there. Quality of video is better than it was back in the day. You don't need a TV station or a radio station to break news, especially in Atlantic City. Trusted news, always confirmed first. Linda used to work for the Press of Atlantic City. What a bunch of dumb fucks. They got rid of her, really. I think Breaking AC has the most amount of readership and followers than anybody. Getting back to Press Atlantic City, yeah, starting in April, they're going to reduce the amount of days they publish. So right now they're a 7-day-a-week newspaper. They're going to cut back to 3 days a week. How about that? Is my audio good? I had the comments on everybody. Let me know if the audio's good. Anyway, so they're going back to 3 days. They're only going to publish print a newspaper on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. It's got a nutty schedule. Not even a Sunday. Because they're going to mail it to you. They're not going to have any carrier deliveries anymore. That's how bad the newspaper industry is. They're in a tough spot. And not just because of the internet. And I used to work at the Press of Atlantic City as a consultant. They were making so much money. So they kind of ignored the internet. But it wasn't just the internet that hurt newspapers and radio and television. In regards to newspapers, they forgot about local news. That's why they started to suck even more. They forgot what their number one duty was, and that was to be a civic watchdog for the town they're in. Instead, the newsroom became just filled with activists chasing national stories that we had enough of it. So you have a Linda Cohen from Breaking AC with the biggest website in town, probably. You have up-and-coming influencers. My main man, Johnny Exodocalus. I got all those syllables in there, right, Johnny? Johnny does a great show, Johnny X. He shares his inner feelings. He meditates, he thinks about what he's going to say, and then he shares information, facts, uncomfortable facts often. For 20 minutes every Monday at 5 o'clock, right, Johnny? Wanted to show you with Breaking AC. She's on fire, Linda Cohen. The Atlantic City School Board meeting the other night. They want to have ethics charges against John Devlin. What's up with that? Unbelievable. The Atlantic City School Board is so corrupt and so inept. Is anybody paying attention at all? No, of course not. I didn't think so. Hold on, let's see if I can make this larger. I hate pop-ups. Don't do it. You don't make enough money with pop-ups. Just get rid of them. Jeez. Look at that. I'm telling you, everybody up on that school board should be ashamed of themselves because they're going to be investigated one day. Because all they care about is following through on the wishes and dreams of Laquetta. Her name is not, it's not Laquifa, it's Laquetta. They always get that mixed up. It's not Laquifa, it's Laquetta. It's, don't go down that path. All right. So it's Laquetta and Marty Small's dream to get rid of every single last Caucasian on the school board. I'm making that up. But if you think about it, the only people representing the rest of us, the people that kind of want to have kids be taught something, they're gonna try to get rid of John Devlin because he's exposing the corruption. He's letting people know that they're covering up student abuse within the school district. You know that Laquetta, it's not Laquifa, it's Laquetta. You knew she should have called the cops the moment she knew that her cousin Cayenne Fraser was taking young boys home. Then moving to a different school within the district. Didn't call the cops. Didn't call Mr. Tyner, the prosecutor. Forgot about that, didn't you? Shame on you, Laquetta. You and your husband. Horrible. Matter of fact, I saw your husband, Marty, my main man, Marty Small. Dang, Marty. Yeah, so Marty Small, I saw him at the Acme the other day. Yeah, I bumped into him at the Ventnor Acme. I go, Marty, how come you're not shopping in Atlantic City, supporting local black business? He didn't answer that question. So Marty Small, he looked good. He lost weight. I think he knew I was making fun of how fat he got. Made him lazy and stupid. Anyway, Marty was going for ice cream. I was going for pizza. But he did lose weight, so he looks half decent. I talked to him in the aisle of that Acme. And the first words out of my mouth were, hey, Marty, stop talking about everything in regards to color of skin. When you run into a problem, Marty, stop blaming racism because it sounds like you're a racist, Marty. A bigot. Everybody says so. They really do. My man, Marty Small. And Marty hates the white bread report. He despises it. He hates Harry Hurley, too. Well, everybody does. But anyway, Marty, I let him know, Marty, stop always. Every time you run into a blip, stop saying that it's racism. You're a loser, Marty. Only a loser continues to play the card. And you and Laquetta do that often. Then I said, Marty, why don't you turn the cameras on? Let us watch the CRDA meetings. Let us watch the school board meetings. Didn't want to talk about that. Mayor Marty Small. He wanted me to focus. Why don't you focus on my success? That's the way he talks. Why don't you focus on my success? You know I'm not exaggerating. It was a great, and the entire aisle was empty. The frozen food aisle at Ventnor Acme. One person walked by and gave him shit. It's pretty funny. Nobody likes Marty. They're just afraid of him. Nobody likes Marty. They're just afraid of him. That's right, Marty. That's right, my man, Marty Small. Hey, we have comments on, too. Oh, Dr. I see. Oh, one of my all-time favorite people. I listen to her on WOND with... I'm competing with Ann Baker right now. I apologize in advance. Hi, Nina. I might need some anesthesia soon if you can stop on by one day. Do you do home delivery of that service? I could use it. Anyway. I did reach out to Brother Steve. He's down in Florida right now. He's dealing with a domestic challenge down there. Double C, Sea-Dog, also known as Craig Calloway. Sea-Dog. Double C, Hey, can you CC that guy? It's Laqueta. It's not Laqueta. It's Laqueta. I hate when they tease Laqueta. Anyway, there's some great video here. And the press of Atlantic City should be covering this stuff more. And they don't. You want to watch a great video? Where are we? Oh, I hate Facebook. Don't you hate Facebook? You actually do. Where the hell is it? Here we go.
The ethics violation because it's commenting to the media. Aren't you going to be able to comment on behalf of you? Do you see the irony in that you won't comment when you're the one who's around you?
I won't comment to you.
Why is that?
Because I don't touch the journalism.
Why is that? Because I ask
That's not
questions?
accurate.
Let me stop that. Shay Steele, president of the Atlantic City Board of Education. A-hole! This guy needs to be fired. This guy needs to be sent out the door. Did you hear what he said? He thinks that Linda Cohen is untrustworthy. She triple and quadruple checks stuff. I think she goes overboard making sure that everything's accurate. That's the way she is. That's the way it should be. Shay Steele. This guy's a total loser. He should be investigated. He should be brought up on ethics and fraud charges. And you pay. You pay to protect him, Atlantic City. You have a solicitor that you're paying for that protects this idiot. He's not a very good dresser either. He really is not. Not very attractive. But good friends with Mayor Marty Small. I have to turn off the music here. Learning some new systems here, guys. Let's play it one more time. Listen to Linda ask a very simple question about, hey, Mr. Shay Steele, president of Atlantic City Board of Education. Ethics charges against John Devlin, the only guy with the cojones to bring up, hey, are we protecting our kids? How safe are the hallways in Atlantic City High School? Are kids getting raped and you're waiting for a full year to report it or to arrest the person? Cover up? One more time, idiot.
Do you see the irony in that you won't comment when you're the one who's allowed to?
I won't comment to you.
Why is that?
Because I don't trust your journalism.
Why
I
is
don't like
that?
your journalism.
Because I ask
Because it's
questions?
not accurate.
Are you not,
It's
were
not
you,
accurate.
did the doctrine of
When's the last time
necessity?
you've done anything about Farouk Hussein? Because you can say every meeting. when
I
he was
wrote
up
about
there.
it when he got kicked off. That's
Yeah,
on my
but
website.
Did you read about how he lost his case and all that stuff?
Yes, I wrote
didn't
about
see
it, sir.
I didn't see it.
You see that guy right there? That's Shay Steele. He is making and keeping your kids unsafe. That's why enrollment is plummeting in the Atlantic City School District. Because of that guy, Shay Steele, and the solicitor, Tracy Riley, and the moderator, or the state overseer, Carol Morris. They're making Atlantic City school kids vulnerable. Ventnor used to send almost 200 kids to Atlantic City High School every year. Now it's down to 133, just over the past 2 years. Parents are waking up and yanking their kids out of Atlantic City schools because they're dangerous and they don't teach kids basic math and English and prepare them for the regular world. Atlantic City schools, do anything you can, get your kids out of there. Demand school choice. Take that money, that 30 grand a year, and tell Phil Murphy, let me take that 30 grand and take my kid to a different school. This guy's part of the cover-up. The Cayenne Fraser deal. Mayor Marty Small is always talking about how he's in federal prison. Yeah, Cayenne Fraser, your cousin is in federal prison for the federal crime. But your wife, Marty, Laqueta Small, did not report it to local police. It allowed Cayenne Fraser to bounce from school to school to school. And then, who the hell signed off on Cayenne Fraser getting a job at the state Child Protective Services? And Tyner was the prosecutor at the time. Shame on you, Marty. You're going to burn in hell? It gets me angry when I watch this stuff, man. It should get you angry too.
But I also wrote about the fact that there's been many doctrines of necessities filed that you guys voted on, showing that there were certain people who had conflicts, and you were one of them. You have two conflicts,
Right.
and yet you were the one who handpicked the people who chose the superintendent. Now, I have nothing against the superintendent, but that was an ethics violation.
Well, we all have something against the superintendent. They had to hire back Barry Caldwell because Laquetta wasn't getting the job done. Atlantic City parents, remember, Ventnor yanked out a whole bunch of kids. Now Ventnor only sends 133 kids to Atlantic City High School now. That's down like 75 kids over the past 2 years. Brigantine sends about 40 kids. I'm not sure about Margate. Do your best to get your kids out of Atlantic City High School. Demand that Ernest Corsi and Mayor Small demand that some tax monies, go to put VOTEC services back into Atlantic City schools. Why does every dollar have to go to Phil Gunther and ACIT? How about bringing back some VOTEC, vocational technical classes, to Atlantic City kids? Nah, they don't want to focus on that. That's another thing I brought up to Mayor Marty Small. He had no interest in hearing about that. Marty is weak and spineless, man. Holy jeez. Anyway, Breaking AC, all that video's up here. There's great video interviews with Carol Morris, the moderator or the overseer from the state. These are all bad people, everybody. Tracy Riley, holy jeez, you know? They don't make it easy for you to keep an eye on the very corrupt Atlantic City School Board. It's really, it's shameful.
There was the ethics violation.
Jeez. Up front, Cash McKinley, also known as Mike Hard, former failure at being a porn star. And a lot of these folks up here that are sitting here, they just keep their mouth shut. They're placeholders. I can't tell you how corrupt, evil, and dangerous it is to be associated with the Atlantic City's Board of Education. And I don't care what anybody says. Atlantic City has so much upside, but the first thing you do, make it safer and make the schools more effective and safer. They're ignoring that. Shame on you, Tracy Riley, and shame on you, Carol Morris, and shame on you, Governor Murphy. Jeez. All right. I need some